I blame myself.
So do I.
No sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yeah. Now let's get ready. Switch me on.
Well, that's great. Either I have a monster in my kitchen or I'm completely crazy.
I don't think you're crazy.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Are you the keymaster?
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
If the ionization rate is constant for all ectoplasmic entities, we could really bust some heads. In a spiritual sense, of course.
What's going on, Ghostheads? It's another episode of the Ghostheads radio show. My name is Ted, aka Steady, and tonight we are joined by another fantastic Ghostbusters chapter in our great country of the US of A. It's the Circle City Ghostbusters. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Ted?
Welcome. And also, if you're just joining us, say what's up in the chat. Say hello to the Circle City Ghostbusters. They want to hear from you guys. So say what's up. Tell us what you're doing tonight. And how excited are you that it's just a great time to be a Ghostbusters fan? We got video games on the horizon. We got an animated series. We got movies galore. It's just a wonderful time.
And today is Bill Murray's birthday.
It is
Yes.
Bill Murray's birthday.
Yes.
I told myself I was going to remember that, and I totally forgot. Happy birthday to the legend himself, Pete Venkman.
Happy birthday.
Amazing. Bryce is in the chat. Says, yo, Steady Teddy. What's going on, Bryce? Good to see you, brother. And let's see here. If you've been joining us over the last few weeks, you know that we're on a mission sent from Gozer himself, whatever he or she wants to be. And we are here to highlight all the good works that these chapters are doing. We want to support them. We know that they do a ton of good in their communities, and this is a way for us to start putting our best foot forward and take a step in the right direction. So let's say hello to everybody. We got Sean, we got Josh, Erica, and Jacob, and then Scotty will be right back in just a second. But I want to ask the question I ask everybody is how did you get started with your chapter? Is there a founder in this group? Who's the founders here?
Our founder's not here with us right now. Our group kind of stemmed from Indiana Ghostbusters, which was a group started around 2005. We're kind of a rebrand with the focus of Indianapolis. That happened around 2014 and was founded by Nick Farnsworth and Borzu, Andrew Beamer, some other people. Andrew and Nick are still in our group, and Justin Baker. They were all kind of founding members, but it's grown since then. We have, I think we hit 30 members recently.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
So let's start with Erica and Jacob. What is your story? How did you get started with the Circle City Ghostbusters?
Well, I've always loved Ghostbusters, and I actually followed the Indiana Ghostbusters online when I was growing up and wishing I could have a proton pack. Embarrassed to admit, I did start with the inflatable rubies one, but I have the real deal now. And in 2016, early 2016, loved it or hate it, there was a lot of backlash. That's a fact. And Circle City, I saw them out there pushing back against that, and I messaged and I said, I want to join. And that's when I got a hold of Nick Farnsworth, and he said, yeah, come on. And I joined the group and have been a part of it ever since.
Yep. Similarly, I started in 2016. I really like the charity aspect of what our group does, and I really wanted to get involved with the group to help in that regard a lot. It's also something fun that I get to do with my husband, dressing up in the gear and just going out and having fun.
Our kids get involved sometimes.
Sometimes if they want to, yeah. But for me, it was the charity aspect was a major part of it as to why I got into it.
She's a keeper, Jacob. Don't let her go, man.
10 years, man. We've been married 10 years.
Yeah.
If they're willing to put on a flight suit, like that's it. Like you don't gotta look anymore. Don't worry about it. It's a done deal. Absolutely. Let's see. Bryce says, "Hello, good to see you, Circle City. What's up, guys?"
What's up, Bryce?
And Terry from South Dakota, we see you. Hashtag Team Terry. There you go. Josh, let's go over to you, sir. How did you get started with the group?
Long story short, I started doing some conventions with my son and was into anime. And first convention was up in Chicago, and he was like, "Dad, you got to dress up." I'm like, "That's Halloween." But I had a flight suit. I already did it once, and I said my costume's going to be confused, Dad, because I'd never been to a convention before. Go up, and sure enough, the Displays guys were out there, and it's like, "No, go look, Dad, go look." I'm like, "Okay." Next time I wear a suit. Well, so convention after convention, we start doing some around here, and I started wearing the suit and ran into Nick Barnesworth, and we're just kind of chit chat with him. He gave me a business card, started following on Facebook, and then just was making some comments on the page that was around St. Patrick's Day about leprechauns, and was back and forth. And then I believe it was Nick who messaged me and said, "Do you want to join?" And the first question I had is, "What do you do? Like, what is the group about?" And I was kind of confused. He said, "Well, we raise money for charity." I went, "Well, you got me." That was what got me right there. Was okay. You gave me a good reason to dress up, to come out, and kind of let the freak flag fly as far as the fandom, and that's exactly what I like. And so I joined up. I think about close to 6-7 years ago. About 2016, a little bit beforehand when I joined. And been doing it ever since. And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that, like, the hook is the charity work already. Like, you three, it's like, oh, charity work, I'm in. Also, you get to wear cool gear and suits, and you get to, like, make families happy and kids smile and all that good stuff. So yeah, what could be better? It's the best job in the world.
I got the wife involved. Comes out too. Yeah.
It does pay, but it goes charity. So.
Pays in that part.
It pays right here. This is where
and that's where it counts.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Next up, let's hear from Scotty. Scotty, how did you get started with the group?
Moved up to Indianapolis about a year ago, and I moved from Nashville, Tennessee area, and was already planning on joining the group there. And as soon as I got up here, I looked up the local group and got on their website, the Facebook, seen what they was about, and I said, "Hey, let's do this." So I messaged Nick, and he said, "Come on," and I've been with him ever since.
I love it. That simple, right?
That simple.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Sean McFadden, how did you get started with the Circle City Ghostbusters team?
Well, I'd followed him forever. Pretty similar story. Followed him forever, just looking at Ghostbuster stuff. Finally hit him up and was like, "Hey, I see you guys go out and do stuff. I also like to wear cool stuff." And that was 3 years ago, right before the pandemic. So I think I got in 2 events before it was all shut down forever. But we were always forever in each other's hearts during that time. And seriously, it really is about the charity and the kids. I have kids of my own, so it's the smiles that they bring, and then you get to sucker their parents to come in and give us some money towards the charity we're raising for, because the kids think we're cool, and that's what it's about. Entertain the kids. Get that money coming in, get it over to the Riley Hospital or, whatever charity we're doing. But I also like dressing up in this stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's empowering.
Was it Jake? I think you said that you can go anywhere in a flight suit as long as you just walk in with confidence. You can go anywhere.
Confidence, man.
Yes.
You get to be a superhero. You know, this is the closest any of us will ever be to being a superhero.
Absolutely,
You fake it,
absolutely.
But, then you use it for good, so you don't feel like you're a scumbag.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you guys feel a lot like we do. For an example, when we do school visits, you bust open the door to a first grader's classroom, and you have 20 some odd first graders like freaking out because they're like, "What? There's actual Ghostbusters in our classroom, and they're real life?" And they'll ask you questions like, "Hey, are you real?" And I look at them, and I'm like, "Hey, do you think I'm fake?" And they're like, "No, there's no way you're fake." I'm like, "Well, there you
I
go."
wear this big heavy backpack just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to suspend your disbelief too much as a kid.
Well, I think we've all done
That's
some type of birthday party or something, and all the kids look at you like, "Oh my God, it's Ghostbusters!" But it's funny, we get the same reaction out of 40-year-olds that go, "Oh my God, Ghostbusters!"
You do.
Yeah, those are fun too.
Those are the best. Absolutely. You've already mentioned a couple of the charity things that you guys have done in the past. What has been sort of the causes you guys have focused on the most, or some of the events that you guys take part in the most?
So I know a big charity that we've worked with a lot has been a local homeless shelter called the Dayspring Center. It's a family-based homeless shelter. So we've done a ton of work with them in the past.
We do a lot with our local children's museum. It's actually it's either the biggest or rated the best children's museum in the world. I'll have to look that up, but I think it's the best. But we do tons of events with them because they do fundraisers throughout the year called After Dark, which are adult only events, and so they'll have us and our local 501st come out and help entertain guests and stuff. That's one that's near and dear to my heart. So,
Absolutely. Any others?
I know we've done work for Peyton Manning Children's Hospital before as well. Free Comic Book Day, we tend to do an event every year.
Love it,
and
love
we've
it.
worked with them a lot in the past and have raised a decent amount for them.
A couple of animal shelters.
What's that,
Josh
Tom?
can probably speak to that one, the animal shelter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Speedway Animal Shelter, me and my wife will foster dogs from them, and we help raise some money for them as well, because it does take a lot of money to help take care of the animals. Sometimes they do
Absolutely.
need stuff taken care of, plus two, feeding them and everything else, and they are a home-based fosters, so they don't have a building with overhead. It's more you have other people who will keep the dogs. Well, you give them food and everything too, so that way they're taken care of, and that takes some money. So we've done that. And then just recently, we started getting involved with our local state fair, and that was fun this year. They had the Ecto-1 from the Volo Museum come out to the fair, and we spent, Scotty and I, everybody, we spent about 2 weeks out there with the car promoting it, and because of it, we donated in one day a good amount of money towards the fair, and they're renovating some of their barns, and we're going to have a brick with our name on it. This could be put out there when they get that rebuilt. So it's kind of cool. Jake and I were talking about it. We were just geeking out how it's just so cool that our name's going to be on that building.
Yeah, it's the first permanent bit of recognition our group will have. So it's really special to us.
Legacy. It's awesome, guys. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I want to hear about what your favorite event has been so far that you've been a part of, or maybe just one of your favorite moments. Scotty, let's start with you. Your favorite moment so far, or your favorite event that you've been a part of?
I would have to say the past event at the fair, being with the car. I mean, they called us up and they're like, "Look, we're going to have Ecto-1 out here. Would y'all like to come?" And of course, we're like, "Hell yeah, that's the car, you know." And then, I mean, there was so many people that came by of all ages, and as soon as they're like, "That's the car," there's Ghostbusters too, you know. They're like, it was just awesome. It's just so many fans of the movies, and they didn't look at us any different. They were like, "Y'all are actual Ghostbusters." So that was really, I enjoyed it.
What was cool about that event was that it was a different crowd than like the normal geek conventions, but we still had just as huge, if not a bigger reaction.
Yeah, we had other people show up dressed up as well. And matter of fact, got a lot of people message us afterwards saying, "Hey, I want to join your guys' group. What do I do?" And that was kind of cool. There is that people didn't know about us and went, "Oh, wow, I want to do this too."
It's infectious. Yeah.
Yes.
It's infectious, and you're so willing to, bring people in and share in this passion and share in this mission that you guys are all a part of. So it's beautiful. We have a question from the chat, and it's from the famous Terry Widener from the South Dakota team. How did you guys come up with the name Circle City? I am assuming it has something to do with where you're from.
Yeah, it's Circle City is Indianapolis' nickname. It's called the Circle City. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a big famous roundabout downtown. It's about how the city was designed. So.
That's fantastic.
Pretty much it's the central hub of the whole city, so that's where the logo kind of comes from as well.
Which is beautiful, by the way. Whoever came up with it, absolutely love it.
I think that credit goes on that one for Zoo So.
We have another question from the chat. Damon asks, have you ever been invited to any high school to make a really cool appearance for their homecoming pep rally?
No, not yet, but we are willing to. If any local school wanted to reach out, we could probably make that happen.
There you go, Damon. Give them a call if they're in your area. If not, find a chapter that is in your area. They'll make it happen. Let's go back to your favorite event or favorite moment. Sean, how about you? What's been your favorite event so far?
Favorite event? Probably say my very first one. It was at a Halloween festival, and it actually turned into a big disaster because Hurricane Halloween came through.
Yeah,
monsoon.
It's a monsoon.
Oh my God! What?
So it's created it's created camaraderie with us because we went immediately from trying to hustle money out of people for the charity we were raising money for to, all right, everybody, you, and you put this stuff in these boxes, and we got packed up, and I don't think too many equipment casualties came out of that one, but that was a lot of fun.
See, it's the fact that he still had fun though.
Yeah.
It brought you guys closer together. That's what counts.
Yeah. We had to remind him it doesn't always rain like this when we do this. So
there's a little video of it on YouTube. Someone was doing a news story about us from Bloomington, Indiana, and there's a little video you can see us walking around with ponchos on.
Yeah.
It was bad. It got much worse after that guy got his video, though. I mean, it was boring.
Yeah.
Holy cow! All right, Josh, how about you, sir?
Sorry, one more thing. It got to a
point
where we were loading stuff up, but it was still coming down, and we were just soaked to the bone, all of us, even through the flight suits. And we just started throwing stuff in the cars. And gosh, half the comic books we had were destroyed. It was awesome.
Usually, our flight suits are also drenched, but it's normally just sweat that makes them all drenched. So it's probably better just it being rain than the other thing.
We have those kind of events too.
We do.
Yeah.
It's been a rough summer. It's been a rough summer where we've been. So yeah, we
it was 96 here today. So trust, it's like, come on, it's fall's coming. Bring me the fall weather.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow it's.
I know.
Please.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and be like, wow, what happened? Summer's already gone.
It's Indiana. If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes.
Exactly.
We'll send some of that down this way, please, by all means. Josh, what about you? What's been your favorite event so far?
Oh God, I've got a good handful. I'll save the big one, Jacob, for you. I know that, which with Day Springs. Yeah.
Sure.
So, but mine would kind of be leading up to that. After that event, I think the one that we did, we went up and worked with Windy City for an event that they had up there. It was at the Fan Fest they decided to do with WizardCon.
That was Wizard World.
Yeah, Wizard World. And I think what was cool about that is that we were there not only to help out another team, which we do a lot of work with, but you had Ernie Hudson was there. You had Ivan Reitman who was there. You had Violet Raymond Steele who was there. You had Maurice LaMarche who was there. So any type of
Eric Burnham was there too.
Yeah, Eric was there as well too. Yeah, Eric was there as well too, and just to be able to meet everybody. But not only that, but we were there to kind of hear the teaser, the announcement of you ain't seen nothing yet from Ivan as far as what was coming down the line for Afterlife, and little did we kind of know what we were kind of helping to break the news on. I think that was one that I really enjoyed. As far as more locally here, God, I think every event you take something away with you. But the one that that really stands out, is anything that has to do with kids. The Children's Museum stuff around Halloween is fun. But I think too, with me, we got a lot of stuff that's coming up here soon that's going to be really fun as far as some new adventures. Working with some local sports teams we've done. I'll tell for Jake is we did work with the Indy Fuel, which is the local AAA hockey team. I think it's AAA. And they had us out and said, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys do a half ice shot and for charity. And we're going to set up we watch hockey. Of course, sometimes if you practice, they set up a little goalie, and you got the different places to shoot the puck at. And said, if you make it, we're going to donate $1,000 to your charity of your choice. Ooh. So Jake and I flipped a coin. Jake won. And so he got out there. And we have great video of him nailing the shot from center ice. And it was the greatest thing ever to watch. Not only that, but I'm about to show the video. The strut afterwards of, that's right, bitches, I just hit that shot. That was good to watch. And I think for me, it's watching all the members have fun. And that was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
Oh, that's incredible.
That'd be my answer. What other event were you talking about?
Oh, well, I was just talking about working with Ernie. Working with Ernie Hudson. That was, that. If you want me to tell that one, I could do that too.
I'm gonna let Erica tell it.
Okay, well, there you go. We've met a lot of celebrities soon. I think that's the other thing too, is meeting a lot of celebrities at the conventions. Maurice Lamar is great because we did an event in Comic-Con or PopCon, and he was there, and I walked by him, and I've met him before because in Chicago he's there, and Maurice just wanted, if he sees anybody in a flight suit, he will absolutely stop what he's doing and walk up to you and go, are you with the local group? And it's like, yeah, I'm with, we're Circle City. Okay, tell me where your booth's at. I'll be there in a little bit. I want to say hi to everybody.
No, nobody appreciates what we do more than Maurice. I don't think. He always knows. He remembers you, and he's just a great guy.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
Yeah, he did it in Chicago because he saw me. Same thing. I'm going, well, I'm with the other group, but I'll tell you where we're at. And I'm running over going, Maurice is going to come say hi, and he did. He came by and said everybody he did with us. He did a live video with us, did some autographs, and basically said he told us his handler goes, if they're in a flight suit, they don't get charged. I'll sign whatever they want.
We can't say that's the policy every con will have.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's part of their right.
All offers are void, all offers void except for in Indiana. So there you go. But yeah, that is cool just to be able to meet a lot of celebrities, a lot of people we met, and Maurice is great. He is awesome. But like with Ernie, when we did an event that Erica's going to talk about, and then when we saw him in Chicago, he remembered us and remembered everything we did. I thought that was awesome. So
that's brilliant. He's the best. He's the absolute best. Like, he's so down to earth. He's so generous to everybody. Ernie's the absolute best.
He's a
yes.
Erica and Jacobs, what do you got for us?
Was that going to be your answer?
Well, yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead.
Okay. So I believe it was back in 2018 for a.
I think it was 2019.
I think it was 18.
Oh, you're probably right.
I'm pretty sure it was 18.
She's probably right.
But
woman's always right.
Ernie was down for the Days of the Dead convention here in Indianapolis, and I believe did he reach out to us? In that regard?
I'm not quite sure how that went, but somehow we got a hold of him.
Mm-hmm. So we were able to get a hold of him. He wanted to do an event separate from the just for a local charity that had to do with children. And I know with my company at the time, I had done work with the Day Spring Center, which I had mentioned earlier is a local family homeless shelter. And I thought that sounds perfect as far as the charity we could work with and bring Ernie out to.
Yeah, and they were doing a summer camp for kids at that point too.
They were, yeah. So they had a summer camp going on for the kids in the shelter. So we were able to organize for Ernie to come out to the shelter one day and work with our group. He did a presentation for the kids. He signed a bunch of posters for them, just met every single child. And I think he was really inspiring for the kids to see, which was amazing.
Yeah. And he donated $1,000 to the cause. We raised money for it all that month, and we did around 3,000 or a little over 3,000. And then he went back and talked to Ivan about what we were doing, and Ivan Reitman donated $1,000 too. So in total, in that 1 month that we were doing all that stuff, we raised over $5,000 for that homeless shelter.
It was incredible.
And they're not like a big organization, so for them that wasn't just like a drop in the bucket. That was like huge.
It was made a huge
That's
difference.
massive. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and just having him out, it was so kind of him to reach out to us about wanting to work with our team, about wanting to do an event, a local event in the city. It was just, he's very kind. He's a very kind man. Wonderful. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I had to laugh at the kids, though. The first thing they wanted to ask him was, how much do you make?
The best question, bar none, this one kid goes, were you in the Ghostbusters movie? And Ernie just cool as a cucumber. He goes, I was in all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Take that, kid. I'm just kidding. Bryce in the chat says, way to go, guys. Yeah, that's a tremendous feat. That's a wonderful
huge.
story.
That's probably the hugest thing we've ever done. And then later at the con, Ernie wore my pack.
He did?
Yeah, that's
Hey.
right. Well, no, the funniest thing is this suit right here, I had just bought. And apparently Ernie lost or could not find his suit. And I had Nick message me like literally a day before the convention going, hey, did your new suit come in? I said, yeah. What size is it? And I tell him, he's like, shit, that's not right. I go, what happened? He goes, I need to get a suit made. I go, why? He goes, for Ernie, because he can't find it. I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, it was like a day or two before the convention. He was trying to get a suit made for Ernie because he couldn't find his suit. It was hilarious. I'm like, so this could have been Ernie's at one time.
We did end up giving him one, though.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's tremendous. That's tremendous.
I was funny. It's like he lost his suit. He's like, yeah, I can't find it, or it's not nearby where he can get it.
He had it though. Apparently he had the old one. So
there you go. There you go.
There you go.
I don't look people.
Absolutely. Well, the things we do for Winston Zeddemore. Yeah, absolutely. I don't look nearly as good in my suit as Ernie does in his.
No,
he's
I don't think anybody does.
No, and he's also like in fantastic shape at his age, and I'm embarrassed that I'm not nearly as good of shape as Ernie Hudson is.
Yeah.
We have some
Don't forget
more.
new show.
Say what?
He's got a new show coming, Quantum Leap.
That's
He's
right.
on the new Quantum Leap.
He's gonna be Quantum Leap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exciting. Yeah. There's been a lot of advertising for it, so I hope it's great. I think some of you are old enough to remember the original Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard of it.
Some type of show. What's it about?
Leaping, I guess. I don't know, it's a jumping show.
I see.
Going to time.
Amber's in the chat says, "Yo yo yo, I got the patches on my suit and I feel good. Let's party."
That's
Absolutely.
what's the part is getting the patches on. That's what makes it yours.
Yes.
Absolutely, definitely. All right. So we've heard sort of your favorite events. We've heard some of the causes you guys support. We want to know now, what do you guys have coming up? Any sort of big events? Is there anything Halloween related? What are some of the major things that you guys are doing a little down the road that you want people to know about, and you want them to just come out and support the causes that you guys are trying to raise awareness for? Here's your time.
Of course there is.
Yeah, it's October. That's all we do in October is
It's a busy time. Yeah.
That's all we get in day in, day out.
Yeah. So we have tons of stuff at the Children's Museum that we're doing this year. They've got a Halloween After Dark event. And then they've got a few events during the month that we're going to do with their Witches Guild, which is the people. They actually put on a whole haunted house in our Children's Museum. And it's great because during the day they have the lights on and there's friendly people in there that give candy to kids. Then at night they turn the lights off and it's more of a traditional haunted house where they're trying to scare the hell out of you. And so
Is this just the Indianapolis Children's Museum? Is that just the name of it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So yeah, we'll be out there at least 4 times throughout all this, or throughout the month. Then we're gonna go up to Chicago and join Windy City for the Ghostbusters in concert that's happening up there on October 8th.
So cool.
It's an excellent show. When they did it in Chicago the last time they did it, Eric and I went up with our kids to Chicago and joined Windy City because we love those guys. The Windy City Ghostbusters, just huge shout out. One of the best teams in the world, if not the best. Love every single one of those guys. And then there's another Ghostbusters in concert in South Bend on that 1 or 2 of our guys are going to be at. And the rest of our October is fairly open at that point. So if anyone needs us,
We will be out at Cool Creek
oh,
Park
that's right.
for what's called an event called Little Haunt on the Prairie.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
mention
when we're
that.
going to be raising hopefully a good amount of money for charity. We're still figuring out which charity at this point. But that's going to be a major fundraiser event for us this year.
And that's October 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then post October, we've got Fanboy Expo, which just announced today that Frank Welker is going to be a guest at. So that's pretty huge.
Yeah, RoboCop. That's amazing.
Oh,
So
Frank
cool.
Welker. No, I'm talking about the guy who voices Ray in Real Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I'm thinking of
That's
Peter
going
Weller.
on.
Oh my god.
That's it.
About Peter Weller.
Yeah.
Interesting trivia, though. Peter
I
Weller
do
was
not-
supposed to be the original Fanboy Expo that was going to happen here in Indy, but it got canceled because of COVID. So
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you said that, and like his face popped into my head. I'm just like, wait a minute, that can't be right.
Frank Welker as RoboCop.
That,
Just
I kinda
now,
wanna
you know,
see that.
Voice of Fred
And he
Jones
could
coming out
do
of
that voice.
RoboCop.
You know, Frank would do the voice too, just because he does every
would.
damn voice you could think of. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a cartoon for a short time. I don't know who voiced it.
There
That
was
would
a
be
RoboCop.
Yeah, there. You know, it's funny. That's one. I remember somebody talking about cartoon shows from movies that weren't exactly kid friendly, and that was one of them. You had RoboCop, who's one of the bloodiest movies out there. But go buy the action figure, kids. You know, come play the video game. So,
that video game was so damn hard. Yeah.
oh god, well, there's 2 of them, or several games too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? We have a little bit of time on our hands, so I want to ask you guys maybe when your fandom started for Ghostbusters. We'll go back around to Scotty. Was it the original movies? Was it the animated series? When did sort of Ghostbusters just really become as big as it was for you?
Well, Ghostbusters 1 came out when I was 2. So I probably didn't get to see it until I was maybe 8 or 9. But I would have to say it'd be the Real Ghostbusters cartoon show on Saturday mornings. That's what started me on it. And, you know, I had the Kenner Proton Pack, the Trout, and only now that I'm an adult I can actually have the real toys. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
they're
get
all
more
making a
expensive as you
comeback,
get
right?
older.
They're heavy.
definitely.
It's hard to tell, but that's actually Venkman sitting down right there.
Nice.
And that
Oh,
guy
yep.
is 30 some odd years old now. Yeah,
Saw a
that's a
lot of
very
miles
old
on
toy. Sean, what about you? What got you into the Ghostbusters fandom?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I was almost 2 when the first movie came out, so it was definitely the cartoons, and then Ghostbusters 2. I just became completely obsessed with when I was a kid because I was right at that prime age, and so it made me fall in love with the Ecto. Was all the flashy lights and had to have it, and you know, I don't know if you can really see it, but you know, I had to have all the stuff, and still got to have the stuff because
See the firehouse.
kid.
Yep.
yeah.
That
So it's all
firehouse,
that, and
still the best toy ever. I've never spent so much time with any other toy.
Yeah, I might have to lock myself down here sometimes, away from my family, and play with my toys, and turn on shows. I'm glad it's on Amazon Prime, so I don't have to deal with YouTube. Watch it. Remember,
Nothing better. Living the dream.
and eat
Living
some
the
of my
dream.
steak.
We have somebody in the chat named Allie who wants to make a shout out to her fiance, Scotty, and our soon to be little Slimer.
Yes,
Oh,
congratulations, Scotty.
Congratulations.
Oh Lord.
Oh no, she found the sign. Oh. We have a 3-year-old you can practice with. You can borrow anytime, Scott.
You want a 9-year-old to practice on?
There you go.
Good attitude.
Go at yeah.
But she's a sweetheart most of the time.
You know what would have been hilarious is if that was the first time you learned that you had a little Slimer on the way and you found out
You're pregnant.
on like a podcast
Oh, that'd been
in
awesome.
front of everybody.
Y'all would have probably had to come and hunt me because I'd probably turn into a ghost right here. So
For $5,000 or more, we would catch you, Scotty.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
Josh, how did all this start for you?
Oh, see, movie came out. I was 5, and my dad actually had bought it on VHS. Yes, kids, back in the days in VHS.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So, and he was a huge fan of my right, but also everybody in the movie, and he started watching it like daily. So I got a good dose of Ghostbusters 1, and then growing up, the cartoon came out. That was the typical sit on the couch with your bowl of cereal. I had to watch it. And even as a kid growing up, I noticed things like, okay, why did the voice change on Peter? Or things like that. But then Ghostbusters 2 came out, and that really kind of got me going. And then over that, it's been growing ever since. You see, my wife is bringing food to our son. So hi, honey. She's got home from work. She does everything too. She's got her own suit and everything as well. But yeah, Jake says hi. Yeah, I'll take that.
Hello.
She knows it's way past my bedtime too. But anyways, kind of went from there, and then you and I talked a minute ago. I saw your guitars back there. I'm a musician as well too, and just started kind of doing the same thing with my band. When I go out, I've got the little Funko Slimer on my amp. I got to have that. My pedal board's got caution stripe on it. I've got our Circle City Ghostbusters stickers on it, and that's my containment unit for all my stuff. Anybody, and collect anything Ghostbuster wise. I mean, I even found Ghostbuster pics. I found people send me all the pedals that are Ghostbuster related, and so stuff like that. It's like I got to show it off. I'm gonna be on stage being a show off anyways. I might as well go ahead and show off the fandom, and so just kind of it's grown from there and still does to this day.
I am behind Ghostbusters pedals. I've not heard anything remotely close to that before.
Right. Sorry, guys, we're gonna geek out for a second. There's a company called Mythos that actually Mythos pedals, and they're overseas in England. They did come out with a fuzz pedal, and it's called the Positron Collider, and it's really neat because it looks like the Trap's got it looks like something that would have been made for the movie. But you've got that. There's another company, I think in Chicago. It's a small independent that's made a noise gate, which keeps the fuzz down from a guitar from the noise and just cuts that off. For those who don't know, in shape of the Trap, and they called it a noise trap. But I've seen there's another company that's actually made had an Ecto One toy and made a distortion pedal out of it. These are things that I'm like, oh, I have to have that. Oh no, I got to get that. The Mythos one, that one is hard to find. It's pretty expensive, and I have a fuzz pedal, but at the same time, it's Ghostbusters. Why don't I have it?
Yeah.
I've seen
amazing.
I've seen some Ghostbuster guitars that people have made, and I've not done that yet. I want to. I have the idea of making a guitar, having one custom made that looks like the Thrower, where the neck is the stream, and have that like painted on the neck. And then it would be like a small body, but I think it'd be really cool to have it where it's like to a pack, and then have that guitar that's the Thrower, and you could play it walking around conventions. I mean, how cool is that? Or I could bring it up during Halloween shows.
That would be amazing, especially if the back of the pack, which is on the face of the guitar,
Right.
still lights up. If the cyclotron still lights
Oh,
up,
yeah.
if there's a way to do that, oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Where there's a will, there's a way. I've seen guys actually do a couple of pack influenced guitars. One actually looks like one from the 2016 Ghostbusters from the Girls movie, and it looks
That's so
really cool.
cool.
But it's got so much stuff on it. I don't know how I would be able to really play it, without getting in the way of hitting something. But it's still really cool that they did that.
Oh my gosh.
But, yeah. So I with the music, I've done that. I've brought Ghostbusters into the music like anytime I can. We're matter of fact, my band's playing at this coming next couple shows because of Halloween. So I'll be dressed in this, playing Ghostbusters.
I will say I've played one show in my flight suit, and it was the last one because I almost passed out. It was just so darn hot, and you're already under lights, and you're sweating up a storm because you're playing for a few hours on stage, and so yeah.
Oh no, I made
not easy.
Yeah, I made a mistake when we played. I wore the suit, no big deal. But when we played Ghostbusters, everybody's like, I had my pack by my amp, going and everything, the lights and all that. And I thought I'm gonna wear it when we play Ghostbusters. Stupidest damn thing I ever did in my entire life. I would never do that again. No, and Jake and him have seen me play because our band played at one of the festivals we did, and we played Ghostbusters, and so too. It was for a battle of the bands and to cheat because one of the things is you had to have good crowd participation. I made them leave the booth to come out and get everybody going, and we didn't win, but we still had the best crowd participation.
I wouldn't doubt
One
it.
in our hearts, Josh, and that's what matters.
Erica and Jacob, when did Ghostbusters fandom start for you guys?
So, I'll admit, I saw the movies when I was a kid. I was -3 when the movie came out. So, I was.
What are you saying? We're old? I heard that.
Oh, not at all. So it took me a few more years to watch them, but I know I did watch them growing up. Jacob and I met in 2006, and I heard almost immediately about how much he loved Ghostbusters. Shocking.
Loved was a very kind word that was used.
There was a Ghostbusters poster on your bedroom door, and other thing. Yep. So anyway,
action figures pinned up on the wall.
It's obvious. So I definitely got more into it again at that point in my life. Even back then, we would dress up as Ghostbusters for Halloween and have a lot of fun with that. So that's how I got back into Ghostbusters, and I've loved it ever since. I've loved being involved with the group. We've made such good friends. Just a lot of awesome people in the community.
And as for me, I was born in '86, which was the year Real Ghostbusters came out, and I had an older brother that's a few years older than me, and so pretty much since birth, there's plenty of family photos of me in Ghostbusters gear at any age. So take your pick.
I love it. I'm noticing that you guys have such big collections. Who do you think has the biggest sort of collection? Is it Sean, who has the biggest collection in the group, or is there somebody else that might compete with him?
Larry might compete with you. Larry Cry.
Larry, yeah.
Larry's is pretty big. Larry won the first trivia contest that the Windy City Ghostbusters put on in 2020. He's had a huge collection, including a Real Ghostbusters arcade unit that he restored.
Holy cow!
Mine's pretty good. Mine's not bad.
Yeah. He has a whole office, whereas mine is just a corner that my wife allows me to have.
Yeah, I suppose all the really good stuff is along this wall because I just sit here and admire it when I'm working.
But mine is in my living room, but also the other half has been put away because we're hoping to be moving into a house here soon. So I had to pack all that up away and just kind of keep it until we get our house. But it still grows. Yeah, it's still growing.
I can sit here and look at the storyboard from the Ghost blowjob scene, or I can look over here at Erica's signed poster that's signed by Bill, Dan, Ernie, Paul Rudd, McKenna Grace, Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman, Gary Kitten, all the Afterlife people.
Yeah, I won that earlier this year. That was awesome.
Humble brag.
Amazing.
Yeah, the luckiest ghost head in the world is here right now.
You're the lucky.
Absolutely.
See, the
Actually,
thing
I'm
with
lucky
Jacob
enough
is,
to get married.
Oh.
you go to Jake's house, he goes, "Here's my Ghostbuster collection." There's the family, but here's my Ghostbuster collection.
And there's those people. But come over here,
You
look
got
at this.
pictures of the family on Facebook.
I know.
Most of your collection is down in our office area. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
My pack and my gear,
All right, this next question might be an easy one. Where can people find you guys and see all the upcoming events you have? Is it Facebook? That's the primary location. Is there a website you guys you rather they go to? What is it?
Facebook's probably the best way to keep up with us. We are currently kind of revamping our website, but it is ccghostbusters.com or circlecityghostbusters.com or indianaghostbusters.com. They all redirect to us. Then we have a Twitter, which is at CC Ghostbusters. We're on Instagram at Circle City Ghostbusters. You can give us a call at 317-983-2368, and please do call that number. It's a lot of fun. We have a YouTube channel where we have a couple of fan films up. Just search Circle City Ghostbusters. There's the poster for our most recent one, Stranger Things in the Neighborhood, which was obviously a Stranger Things themed kind of adventure.
Stranger Things, what's that?
It's this thing that takes place somewhere in Indiana.
Oh, that's
Hawkins.
right. Yeah.
Have you been to Hawkins, Josh?
Yeah, I have been to Hawkins.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
It is. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
from
there's stuff
Pawnee,
going on.
so I've never been up north like that. Pawnee's a
There.
little south.
Yeah.
You should remember going there though, Jacob.
I don't remember going there, no.
Oh no, that's right. If you watch the fan film, you'll find out why Jacob doesn't remember going there.
Ooh. I
Other
gotta do that
than
now.
fan films, we've got some videos like that, like the hockey shot Josh mentioned earlier, and just a couple videos of the kind of things that we do at events, like at the Children's Museum, things that we've mentioned too. So, a lot of good
Instructional video.
There are some good instructional videos out there too. So, a lot of stuff.
I love it. I love it. If you guys had a chance to catch the stream last week, the Northwest Ghostbusters, who have a fantastic YouTube channel,
I love it.
they offered up their training videos for free use. They said we want every chapter to use these videos as they see fit. So I will pass it along to everybody I see and meet. Feel free to use their videos for your purposes, and just give them a shout out because they're tremendous videos. So many talented filmmakers amongst all these chapters, and you guys are doing crossover short films, which is amazing.
Yeah, that'd be great. There's the Ghostbusters fan film cinematic universe, I believe, on Facebook that they added our thing to that too. So we're a part of that officially.
I love it. I
tell
love
you
it.
what, I want to mention Mike Culver. He busts his ass on that as far as he does the filming, and a lot of different guys are starting to get into doing filming. We've been writing some ideas of some new stuff, and I'm getting told, "Hey, you write music? Okay, tell me what you want." So we've got a lot of great ideas for fan films that I can't wait to get started on.
Yeah, we've got a ton of irons on the fire. So
We want to hear about each and every one as you guys release them. So please let us know when those happen because we would love to push them as far as we can.
Oh, definitely.
totally, yeah. I mean, any help promoting it would be great. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the Northwest Indiana Ghostbusters offering to use their videos. That's fantastic.
Isn't that amazing? Those guys are so awesome.
Yeah.
If you would like to catch the Circle City Ghostbusters in action, go visit their Facebook page. Check out the events they have posted. And also, don't forget the number, 317-983-2368. Or you can also email them at ghostbusters at ccghostbusters.com.
Yep.
Fantastic. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the same sort of sales pitch as I have the last few chapters we've had on the show. Last winter, the official social media Ghostbusters handle did a last minute sort of toy drive, and as many chapters as could got involved. And it was fantastic. We had a great turnout in our local area. And I think what would make it even better is if we actually had more time to plan, more time to organize. And so what we're asking is for at least 20 chapters to get on board with doing a toy drive in their area for the entire month of December. And I think we're probably up to 7 or 8 chapters at this point. But I'm also throwing it out to you guys. Circle City, can we count on you to be a part? Whether or not the Ghostbusters decide to do it again, I think is irrelevant. If they decide to do it, fantastic. If they don't, I think the chapters can run with it and continue on with this legacy. So, can we count on you to continue a Ghostbusters worldwide toy drive?
Well, I mean, we have to run that by our board and everything, but I can see us doing it. I can see us being a part of that.
Yep.
I love it.
We can make that happen, of course.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm excited to be a part of this plan.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Exactly. Well, no, that
Oh,
reminds me.
absolutely.
We've got stuff coming around in November. We're doing for Gleaners, raising for year later. We got to get that going too soon
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, from Thanksgiving to New Year's, we have a fundraiser that runs in our local comic shops for a Gleaners Food Bank. So we'll
We might be able to do something side by side.
I think we
That's
can
right.
include that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that we can just
There you
do
go.
as much good as possible, and
Yeah.
that'll be the way we do it.
Yep.
Sounds good.
It makes total sense. I love this plan. Absolutely.
Excited to be
Bryce is
part of
in the chat saying, "Let's do this." Bryce is already on board. So is the rest of the South Dakota team. So yeah, it's going to be tremendous. Can't wait. I think we only had a few days time last year. It was maybe a week, maybe less, that we did the toy drive, and we had probably about a 4-foot by 3-foot box, and we filled that bad boy 3 times over with books,
Nice.
toys, stuffed animals, and it was just random people. They would be walking down the sidewalk. They'd see us in the store window. They'd come in and say, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, so we're taking donations for toys." And they'd turn right around, go next door to a Five Below or a dollar store. They come right back with 3 or 4 items, drop them in, and we were doing a raffle at the time, and we were trying to promote the toy drive with a raffle. Half the people said, "Don't worry about the raffle. Let somebody else win." They just wanted to make a donation to our cause, and so, um, it's infectious. Giving is infectious. Charity is infectious. Goodwill is infectious. And I think as chapters banding together once again, we can do a lot of good. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for joining in as well. More to come from that. If you are watching and you are with a chapter who also wants to get involved with the Christmas Ghostbusters Worldwide Toy Drive, very little you have to do. Just let us know you're getting involved, and we'll pick a start date and we'll pick an end date, and we're gonna ask that everybody keep track of how many items you're getting donated, and by the end of this, I don't know, we'll shoot for what, 10,000, 100,000 items. I feel like the
Sky's the
sky's the
limit.
limit. Josh, great minds think alike. Josh,
See,
yeah.
there we go. Yeah.
Terry
Yeah.
says in her singing voice, "Giving makes us feel good."
Ooh,
And that's what it's about.
right there.
And
I
Bryce
need a
also says,
lyricist to help me
"Absolutely."
out, write some stuff, Terry. So there we go.
Josh is gonna write the jingle for the toy drive that's gonna be playing.
Oh,
It's gonna be
boy.
amazing.
Put some more on me. Sure, right, okay.
Chad and Josh, you guys got a thing going. I can't wait for the album to drop personally.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So, you get 2 musicians together or 2 people who play music, it's just, that's it. This Katie Bartador, we're going to talk about music the whole day.
I love it. I love it. Not only the toy drive, but another toy drive stream. Hopefully, we get the New York team to do it once again, and we'll get as many teams, showing us what they got going on, and yeah, it'll be tremendous. So excited to talk to you guys. So excited to see what you guys are doing in your area. You guys you're all wonderful. You're doing a fantastic job, and if nobody's telling you that, we're all telling you that now. Chat, let
Thank
the Circle City Ghostbusters know what kind of job they're doing. Let them know you appreciate them. Another fantastic chapter in the books. Erica, Jacob, Josh, Sean, Scotty, tremendous having you on the show. It's been an
Thank you for
absolute
having us.
blast. We're
Yeah,
going
thanks,
to
man.
have you guys back once again pretty soon. We got a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully, there's one thing we're trying to get working as well is whenever this Spirits Unleashed video game drops, we're planning on doing a tournament against the chapter tournament. We'll see if we can get that off the ground.
Well,
Whenever this
actually,
game
it's funny
gets
you mentioned
dropped.
that because when you do that tournament, I'm planning on winning that tournament.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
and here's the funny thing is,
hands across the don't care any Ghostbuster, bring it.
I tweeted that out to Elphonic into Spirits Unleashed online, and it's like, hey, we're gonna do, team versus team, and they're like, that we want to see that, and then also too mentioned, hey, when you do the customization, how about we could put our patches and stuff on? Like, that's not a bad idea, and I'm like, I don't know why they don't do that. That'd be, I mean, I kind of know why, but that'd be great. I mean, think you could have your character with your team patch on. That'd be awesome.
I'm gonna shed a tear, Josh. That's beautiful.
See this bond. We've got this bond now. See, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our Christmas song. We're gonna do. We're gonna do our cover of "Do They Know It's Christmas" with all the other Ghostbuster musicians in the community.
This
Do
is
we
so
need to
awesome.
let you two have a private room?
Yeah.
Soundproof room so you can record that album.
Yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we all need to just kindly message Ilphonic that we need to somehow allow our profiles on our gamer tag to be included as like a patch, and we can just all upload our chapter logos as our profiles, and then that'll be an easy way to do it, right? Rather than like building sort of a secondary screen for all this junk, just upload the profile photos to your sleeve, and like that's an easy way to make it happen. Come on, Ophonic. Everybody's gonna
Just
message
add
them.
a texture editor in there. I already got it made.
He does.
There you go.
Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. I love this plan. Awesome. Thank you to the Circle City Ghostbusters for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. You guys are all amazing. Love hearing about the stories. Love hearing about what you guys are doing. Again, if you want to find them, find Circle City Ghostbusters on Facebook. If you're in the Indianapolis area and you're looking for a chapter, you know where to go. Come find the Circle City Ghostbusters. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, everybody in the chat, South Dakota team, Bryce, Terry, Lexi and Nerd, Damon, Rick, Ready Adventure Gear, everybody. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week, and appreciate you guys again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
thank you.
Thanks.